Hi, my name is Muhammad Azri bin Mat Safari. My metric number is 10DTK23F1011. I'm from DTK4A, and today I am about to present what is BCNF, also known as Boyce Court Normal Form, and the difference between third normal form 3NF and Boyce Court Normal Form BCNF. So, what is a BCNF? BCNF is also known as Boyce Court Normal Form. Now, Boyce Court normal form is an advanced version of the third normal form in database normalization. It is functional dependency must be a super key. Now, what is a super key? A super key is one should uniquely determine all attribute in the table. For example, what I have written here is student in the student table, which has the attribute student ID, course, and instructor. We can see the functional dependencies such as student ID. No, as we can see from for the example, from the table student, we have the attributes such as student ID, course, and instructor. So for the functional dependencies, course is dependent to student ID. So to summarize BCNF is a advanced version of 3NF, but it is more strict and more complex compared to 3NF. So that is the presentation about what is Boyce Court normal form. Now I will moving on to what is the difference between 3NF and BCNF. The difference between 3NF and BCNF can see as in this table. So for 3NF, which is the third normal form, has no transitive dependency. However, for BCNF, every determinant must be a super key. So for BCNF, we can see that it must have one super key, which is one key that can be, which is all the attribute must depend on one key. Next, a non-prime attribute can depend on a candidate key. Meanwhile, for Boyce Court normal form, no partial or transitive dependency at all. Moving on to 3NF. 3NF is suitable for most database. However, for Boyce Court normal form, it is used when 3NF has anomalies. As we know, as I mentioned before, the BCNF is a 3NF, but it is advanced. So BCNF is used when 3NF has anomalies. And last but not least, if 3NF or third normal form is used, lastly, if third normal form is used, it has low data redundancy, meaning the data redundancy still exists but remain low. However, for BCNF, for Boyce Court normal form, the data redundancy is even lower compared to 3NF. So that is all for my presentation, including BCNF. What is BCNF, which is Boyce Court normal form, and the difference between 3NF, third normal form, and BCNF, which is Boyce Court normal form.